Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars franchise seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also, let's not forget about their new Star Wars TV shows, their new Star Wars movies, and more, that's really going to explore this new Star Wars universe. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that yes, we do know that they are now currently in a phase of desperation and damage control to really get out of that terrible phase, to really embrace the positive side of Star Wars. After all, we do know that Episode 9 was the very movie that really caused a lot of fans to walk away from the series pretty much at that point in time. Those are the exact type of fans that Disney is trying to attract once more with these new Star Wars TV shows, these new Star Wars movies, I mean, you name it. Now, on top of all of this, what's really exciting all has to do with the new Star Wars films and exactly what Disney is setting up for this new Star Wars trilogy that is currently in active development as we speak. You know, George Lucas is a part of this. Other creators are hopping on board, whether it be directors and or writers. A lot of work is being poured into these new movies in order to deliver a brand new timeline of the franchise. Now, with that being said, of course, on top of all of this, what's really exciting about this new trilogy in and on itself associated with Star Wars is that, well, of course, with the Skywalker saga now over, both Disney and Lucasfilm have been focused on their trilogy of movies and their new universe entirely. It's explained that as of right now, they are working on the first film of the new Star Wars trilogy in order to create a new mythology of Star Wars. Actor Keanu Reeves has been in the talks to portray the Sith King of Exegol. Now, this new Sith King character is described to be the very first Sith Lord to have performed the essence transfer technique and held the knowledge of the concept of cloning. This is described to be the very Sith Lord that Palpatine learned these techniques from through his legacy that will be explored in the new trilogy of movies. So let's stop right there for a second. Now, we've talked about this Sith King of Exegol for quite some time now. Keanu Reeves, obviously in the talks and very interested to portray this role in the hiring process between himself and Lucasfilm to become the new big bad of the new trilogy. Now, this new trilogy, mind you, is going to take full control over the Force. They want to actually dive more into Force lore that the fans have never seen before in the Star Wars franchise. That to me sounds like something that they should have taken advantage of in the sequel trilogy. A big missed opportunity. Unfortunately, we did not get to see that on the big screen. Now we will finally be able to see this in the new Star Wars movies. So keep in mind, we got a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of a gap here between the TV shows and when the new movies are coming out. But nonetheless, they are going to do an excellent job because what they plan to do with these movies is that they want to shoot all three of them back to back. And they have a concrete plan of exactly how the trilogy is going to flow. Unlike the sequel trilogy where they were pretty much just winging it, right? They were just doing what they wanted to do on the fly. And it just did not work. It did not resonate with a lot of fans out there. So, moving past this, further, it's noted that Keanu Reeves has already had conversations with George Lucas in order to create a powerful character like the Sith King of Exegol. Now, the Sith King of Exegol is set to make his first appearance in mid-2021 in the form of comics to get the fans familiar with the brand new character in the Star Wars universe. Now, the Sith King of Exegol is described to also be the head of the new dark side family that will be introduced in the new trilogy of movies that will be very dark side oriented for the Star Wars fandom to witness. So let's stop right there for a second. What's really interesting about this scenario is that here we have it. We have a new dark side family, the Sith King, Princess, Queen, and Prince that will be explored in this new EU. Now, this is a dark side family. Now, the Skywalkers were a family that was basically a light side oriented family that falls to the dark side. You know, for the most part, we've seen this happen with Anakin and Ben Solo, and just a little tad with Luke Skywalker. However, when we look at everything of what's going on with Keanu Reeves, he's a very busy man. He's working on The Matrix 4 as we speak, John Wick 4 and 5, mind you. And now this particular project associated with Star Wars. So he's got a lot on his back here to really get things rolling with his career. You know, due to the global pandemic, of course, everything got delayed. A lot of movies out there were shifted either to 21 or 22. So, like I've said before, I think that regardless, we're really on a roll here for the future of Star Wars and what's really coming to the Star Wars fandom to enjoy. You know, like I've said, I think that what we're about to see is the evolution of Star Wars the way it should have been under Disney many years ago at that. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, you know, I think that regardless, things are starting to shape up. We're really getting a lot of good, you know, progress being made by George, John, and Dave. So with that being said, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding on the one. From night to moon, we hear them moans again.